Hey, it's Michael Saul with the Stock Market Trading Watch List for Monday, July 25th, 2011. Let's take a look at some stocks that we were talking about on Friday and last week, and 4 new ones for you, and a nice list of the usual suspects. So it's going to be a long video here, so strap in, folks. All right, let's take a look at GSM. GSM did not fire off, but if it were to take out last week's highs, probably could use Thursday's highs as the trigger, right, above 25. Then watch this for a retest of these highs and potential break. Let's look at WPI. Broke out of the bull flag to the upside. Didn't quite get to the 70, 77 highs. If it breaks that, then the first target will have been met. Remember, the target of a bull flag is higher. The target of a bear flag is lower. So higher officially comes if we take out the last set of highs. Let's take a look at EVEP. Okay, EVEP did not fire off on this spinning top. You can see that low was never broken. And then you see we tried to bust it higher, but it reversed and closed a little bit above where it opened there. So this pattern remains to be seen here. Not looking to go short this here on the break anymore, so just going to watch this one for a little bit and see what sets up. Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix, and you can see it had a gap down and then a little bit of recovery. Watch the 50-day moving average on further downside. MLI was one we had been looking at and still forming the sideways consolidation on that one. Java, JVA, Coffee Holding, and nothing. Going to take this one off the list and stop watching it. Crocs. Okay, Crocs recovered from the down day that it saw on Thursday. So if you were still in this, and not saying that you were, let's see, 2686, right? Yeah, see, probably not. It was probably tagged on a trailer. But if not, for some reason you held, then you were provided a nice bonus on Friday, but I'm not going to retro trade this one. We talked about it in the video, and we said that it went over a point and then came back. So this was a kind of fake out, it appears, as we tagged this break even, and then the next day just gapped up and looked like it had a nice day. So that's Crocs. That one's gone. HFC. Okay, HFC, we were watching this one, had the break of this little pattern here. Now it's just kind of sitting around not doing much. CMG. Okay, CMG, it broke out of this little consolidation. Then it had earnings, gap down, recovered, and then had this one pause bar on Thursday. You could see Friday, nice breakout here. Watch 350 on this one. That would be the next target if the upside were to continue, but I would not be risking anything on this. The video would have it stops at break even from this little breakout here. BAS. Okay, BAS had a nice sharp gap down. I mean, we were looking at this consolidation as a possible go with if it broke out, or a pullback if it broke below. But that's a big gap down, so that doesn't count. So this one's off the list now. It's kind of mushed up there. Let's look at some usual suspects, and then we'll get to the 4 new stocks. Research in motion, watch the 20 EMA for potential resistance. Goldman Sachs, really nice, over the 50-day moving average. After it tagged its target here, the next day it gapped down, and it's just been off to the races since then. The open was, about 10 points from the open there. All right, so we're watching this resistance right here. This was the last time it tried this type of move up here at 136.72. So above that, still have more resistance up here at 138.95. But if this is a turning point here, watch these moving averages for potential support. Let's look at Google. Okay, Google, we were watching this pattern here. It was a wind-up pattern. It triggered off Wednesday late, and then you could see Thursday it had the gap down and just zoomed up Thursday and Friday here. So it doesn't look like that gap fill's coming anytime soon. It was a nice move, and it's above the 78.6% retracement of this last swing, which suggests it should test these highs. Okay, so that's Google. Apple, okay, running as well. Had the gap and crap after earnings, but 2 days later, and it's almost got it back here. Watch 400. I traded to, I think, 406, about 406, maybe a little less, in after hours trading after earnings on Wednesday. So that would be probable resistance as well. But watch hole number 400 first and foremost. Baidu. Okay, Baidu looks like it's consolidating underneath this high here. So if it breaks out above 156, I'm watching 163 as next resistance. That's Baidu. Caterpillar. Okay, Caterpillar had the breakout above the triangle and then badoosh. Okay, that's the problem with her holding around earnings. GLD. Okay, looks like it's tapping this high again. Remember, if it breaks through, we're looking for 160.35 as the next resistance. SLV. Okay, SLV also consolidating if it gets through 40. Watch 42.02 next. Priceline. Okay, Priceline is in an interesting pattern here. Okay, so you could see somebody wrote me and said, is this a cup and handle? I don't see it as a cup and handle. Okay, this is too much of a sharp move to be a cup in my opinion, but it does look like it has a stealth bull flag here, if it could pop up and break above these highs up here at 562, and then I'd be watching 575 on Priceline. Potash. Okay, Potash on its way here. Tested this high, but closed back below it, but we're above the 78.6% retracement of this swing. So watch this high up here, 63.97 on Potash. Electronic Arts. Okay, nice little coil here, right? Had been acting strong. Then it pulled in. Now it's in. Nice little coil. So watch that one. See if we can get some confirmation to the upside here. If it can, watch these highs up here at 25.05. Here is Qualcomm. Okay, Qualcomm is just messy. It looks like it's in a broad base, a wide base here. So watch this. See if it can firm up here. Maybe tighten up with a little confirmation, and then tighten up with a little consolidation, and then see if it can break out to the highs. Let's look at Ren, the super guru hype job. Many super gurus were touting this because it was the Chinese Facebook, but unfortunately they were all wrong and never admitted how wrong they were. But anyway, you can see here, this is a coil here between the 20 EMA and the 89 EMA. You can see the other moving averages haven't kicked in yet because it's not enough time, not enough life in the stock yet. Right? It's only been there for a couple of weeks or whatever, a couple of months now. But you can see here's the 38% retracement right here at, let's see, 1243. Okay, if it breaks that, then you got the 50% retracement up here at 1437, and it may actually have a chance to get back to first day levels. Okay, so watch that one. And then LinkedIn. Okay, that's been acting really nice. LinkedIn had the IPO day opening, and it went a little bit higher from where it had closed the first day, the next day, and then it pulled in. Now it's kind of consolidating up here. And, you know, this is like an IPO kind of push here, this long candle. But, I mean, if this can consolidate here and get some action going, it may want to retest these highs up here at 122.70. So that would be the next resistance target that I would be watching. All right, so let's look at some new stocks for the list. CVH, bull flag. Looks like WPI to me in that sort of pattern. So if it triggers off, watch for these highs up here at 37.86. ETN. Okay, ETN is in a coil above most of the moving averages, not above the 10-day, which is the purple moving average. So if this can confirm a breakout and get some movement out of this consolidation, watch for the first target up here, 53.15. Not a huge mover, but something to definitely watch. Here is Molson Coors Brewing, TAP. Watch the 200-day moving average. The last time we hit into it, it spurned a sharp sell-off. So let's see what it does now. Can it break it, or can it actually get rejected again? So let's see what TAP does. Vertex Pharmaceutical, it's not a sharp consolidation, a sharp angled consolidation, right? Like we were looking at with ETN, right? But you could see that it's still, I'm going to go back to ETN, okay, not like that, but you can see it's still consolidating here. So this one may take a little bit, or it may decide it wants to pop, but you can see the 50-day moving average has been a flexible ceiling for it. You can see it's above the other moving averages, but below the 50. So if it could get above that, get above that 50-day with a bullet and above that top trend line, okay, this one may be off to retest these highs, but just watch this one carefully and make sure volume's coming in with price expansion if it does occur. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening and dealing with all my little guffaws and sputters, but hopefully Tuesday's video will be cleaner. Have a great trading day on Monday and a great rest of the weekend.